Oh boy. Wow, it hasn't felt as long between episodes this time.
No, it really hasn't. It felt like we were just doing this.
Yeah, like 2 days ago. 3, maybe 4.
Probably a
Actually
few
been
more days.
So yeah, this is gonna be our July episode for Independent Tants Day.
Should we do the thing?
The thing?
This thing?
Ah, sure. Right. Hello, Pickle Rick. It's great.
Oh my
I
god.
angled my camera in a way. This is really heckin' weird. Yes. You can't see my bed, which is good because it is. So, for listeners,
It's so weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're here now. It's weird because of how. Yeah. But yes, for listeners, we
Do you want to explain it?
Sure. So we talked about this a while ago, maybe. Yeah, well, yeah, a while ago. But yeah, we were thinking about having to have a fake like a camera feed, just to see what it would be like. So this episode we're just gonna try that out and see what happens.
I don't know if I could do it for the full episode. I feel like
Fair enough. It was just like a small bit.
yeah, because I feel like I'm gonna want to switch tabs and look at the show notes and stuff and not be distracted. But
All right, yeah.
this is
I mean, I've got my second monitor up.
oh yeah, fancy boy Wabbles here.
Fancy boy.
Your mic arm and your second monitor. And your pickle Rick poster.
My Pickle Rick poster. And this Way of Vegetarian poster. And then I just have a Venusaur EX card that's really big because I thought it looked cool.
I just have a blank void behind me.
Well, you have a lamp. so there's that.
That's it.
But yeah.
I feel like when you listen to a podcast, you get an idea for not really like a formed idea of what someone looks like in your head, but like a general like, yes, this voice is sort of like formless, or maybe you have like a rough concept that your brain comes up with, but
yeah,
doing this, it's just like shattered. Like, oh.
Yes, because it's like a lot. I'm guessing the photo you saw of me was probably from like 4, maybe 5 years ago now.
I feel like, and it was just like a corner of your face or something. Like it was cropped really weird.
Yeah. But yeah,
you probably maybe you were expecting more of like closer to this because videos, but
I've seen you before. I think maybe it's a different. I don't know. I mean, it's weird because you do look slightly different than like from what I remembered.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just because it's actually been a while since I've seen you in any videos or anything. Or
yeah, my hair's not green at the moment.
Yeah. But yeah.
You look more like Andrew Garfield than I was expecting. I don't know why. That's just what's popped into my head.
I can be in really bad Spider-Man films. So
yeah,
there's that.
Wabbles. Watch out, Tom Holland. Wabbles is gonna come make movies again.
Spider-Man. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I can do a fake American accent that well. So unless it's a weird spin on Spider-Man.
Well, it is the 4th of July episode. Do you want to try?
Yeah, let me just struggle to open my water bottle a sec. There we go. think I'd rather keep my dignity for now.
I made a similar choice last episode.
Yes.
All right.
Probably, yeah.
Shall we start the episode now?
Yeah, sure thing. Right, show notes. Cool.
Oh god, seeing the doggo image, it's like, oh yeah, that's the same person. I had to be reminded.
Yes. Yeah. That's a weird one.
This has been an awkward opening of an episode.
Yes. Probably a very awkward opening. But you know. I'm
sure some people
don't really know how to segue.
Will find this interesting. Oh, I know how to segue. There's a very obvious segue.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So, as you can see, hair is shorter on sides.
Yes. I mean,
and also shorter on top than it was, but still a little long on top.
Yeah, hang on. I have to...
Did you get a haircut as well?
No, not as such. Still, like, very long. It's because I normally flatten it down. But, yeah.
This is the long hair.
I could do it. No, yeah. I mean, it's not going to be cut for another while anyway, so it's going to be even longer by the time it's cut again. For
the listeners, Wabbles is now puffing up his hair.
Yes.
Like I don't know what puffs things up. A bird trying to impress another bird.
Well, not in this context.
Should we even mention this quality article?
I don't know. None of it is really that surprising. It's just expensive.
Yeah.
Also, I love me some tTrtoises. So.
This was just an article that was suggested to me after the previous episode went out.
Yes.
And I did find some of it interesting. Apparently, the Queen owns all of the dolphins in the UK.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty cool.
Just weird, but yeah, I guess if people want more of the previous episode, like the previous episode wasn't long enough for you or something.
Yeah.
I'll put this link in the show notes, and it'll tell you some, certainly some information.
Yeah. I mean, also, yeah, too bad we're not doing. We're not going over that.
The egregious typos.
Yeah. And one of them was just like, oh, she owns the countries she owns, and it's like, well, yeah, that's not, you know.
Yeah, she doesn't own them. It's inconsistent.
It was
it's like, oh yeah, she owns this property, and then it's like, also she owns like these islands. It's like, no, she doesn't. She's the monarch of those islands, but that doesn't. By that logic, she would also own the United Kingdom. Like,
yeah. Well, if she did say that, we would revolt and kill her.
In which case, like, why distinguish her properties if you're just gonna go ahead and, like, I don't know.
Yeah. Because, well, yeah, technically she does own all of it, and, like, there's a thing where she can be like, that's mine now, because I have gun.
Well...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly how that works.
Yeah. It's something like that, because it's all technically still her land. Just, she's... Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, because it's both, like...
But it feels like there's a difference between, like, oh, you own these works of art, or you own this big diamond, and, like, oh, technically your reign extends to the Isle of Man, or whatever. It's like...
Yeah.
I say two different...
yeah.
Types of ownership. I don't know.
Also, a lot of it was like, oh, and she owns Queen Victoria's sketchbook, and it's like, yeah. It's like I think I like have some relatives' old like journals and stuff. Like,
yeah, I wouldn't say that is a surprising thing for the Queen to own.
Yeah, it's like if it was like just some random person, I'd be like, oh, that's pretty cool.
This
but,
listicle insists.
You know, the Queen. Yeah, apparently it's incredibly surprising.
But yeah, well, I figure we'll throw it in the show notes anyways. And also that screenshot you sent me, we'll put that in too, just in case they edit the article. We gotta preserve their mistakes.
Yeah. Never forgive, never forget. It's a real healthy way to live life.
Never forget the tTrtoises.
tTrtoises. But yeah. So, last episode we did a quiz for the first time in a while. But
I believe you mean for the 21st time.
Order. I meant just because there was a gap between episodes. That was.
Yeah, that's what you meant.
Yeah,
I understand now.
So yeah, so yes, we are doing our 20-second quiz.
Oh, I see. That was you segueing into me starting the quiz segment.
Yes,
we're just hammering on through this episode. We're not gonna get caught up like the last episode and have it be 4 hours long.
Yep.
All right.
I mean, sure, I can look up the definition of quiz and try to explain it to an alien, but I think, maybe we just shouldn't talk about aliens anymore, and we might.
So speaking of Independence Day,
yes, that
movie,
sorry,
with the aliens,
that movie with Will Smith,
yes,
and the other one, and they're jet pilots, but they can fly spaceships because, of course, they'd be the same.
And then you upload the virus, and then the end.
Explode. Yeah. Anyway.
No.
There was a country that went independent about. I can't be bothered to do maths, but some time ago now.
200 plus years.
240? No. Yeah, 240-ish.
That's really something I feel like we should have looked up if we actually cared, but. Nah.
Wait, where's my calculator? I could just use my phone, I got a scientific calculator. Oh, it's on the other side of the room. I can't be bothered to get up. So we're just gonna leave it.
Wabbles.
It's gonna
keep
be
bothered.
Okay.
So
all right.
Last episode, you quizzed me on some British stuff, and it was not multiple choice, and it was a very brutal.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
I got one question right. I got maybe 3 or 4 close. Well, I will not be that mean. I think these questions are easier.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I was inspired, and there's even, I think, a bit in the episode where I almost say it out loud, but then I decide to save it for this moment right now. So you talked about the shortest reigning monarch?
Yeah.
Right, we're starting the quiz. Everyone feel free to... No, actually, don't feel free to. Please pause after I ask the question and give your answer. And write it down, keep score, let us know how you did.
Send it in to us where you'll be marked.
Yeah.
And put on the live rankings.
If you get below a 10%, then you get ejected from the fan base. Sorry.
Yeah, you have to stop listening to the podcast.
Yeah. It deletes itself from your feeds.
Look, the guys upstairs, our management team is adamant on this. So, we're sorry for all of those minters we'll have to lose, but,
Mm-hmm.
It's out of our hands. We're sorry.
Yeah. It's our extensive management team.
Extensive. And,
2 people.
We also have our team of lawyers will come for you if you can keep listening. By playing the podcast, you accept all terms and conditions.
What if there was a podcast that had really quick terms and conditions or something like that?
Just
spoken really fast at the beginning of every episode. I'd probably get annoying.
In the intro theme, we just have it just terms and conditions playing underneath.
It's like the Santa Claus. It's like the contract's hidden in the. Anyways, okay.
Yes, that was it. Anyway, Yes, the shortest reigning president.
The shortest serving president. They're not reigning.
Serving president. Reigning. Yeah. It's not a... Yeah, it's a democracy.
Or is it? Yes, question 1. Shortest serving president. There will be 15 questions in this quiz, breaking slightly from tradition, as Americans often do, unlike you.
Yep.
Stuffy British folk.
Yes.
I don't know. It's like, what can I call you? A filthy limey or something? So that's an insult for British people, right?
I think so. I mean, I'm not a soldier, so I don't think it really...
Yeah. It's also not a very good one, because it's like, haha, you don't get scurvy. What a loser. It's like, yeah, oh yeah, you got me there.
Not dying of a horrific illness.
What a weirdo, always eating limes and dies of scurvy.
You know what? No more tangents. We're just gonna keep going.
That was last episode. We're focused here.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Shortest serving president. Go.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Oh, I've heard about this. And I know it was like a couple days or something. 11 days, I'm tempted to say. Maybe, I don't know. Since I'm not, I know, how many presidents do I know? I think I could count on one hand how many presidents I know. And you need to count with, 9 hands how many presidents there have been. Or, yeah. So,
well, there's only 44 names you would have to memorize.
Yes, because yeah. So what's like an American name?
Sorry, that's just a joke that's funny for me.
Actually, coming up with an American name reminds me of the that baseball NES game. Where a bunch of Japanese developers had to come up with American names.
Oh.
And they're like John Applestick. Steve Wibbycar. I'm trying to find it for the show notes. But
Alan Hamburger.
Yes. MacDonald. Colonel Sant. Wait. So I guess I'm just gonna have to guess a random name. And so John Smith.
No. Incorrect. Thanks for playing. It was a trick. That was the only question. Get out.
That was it. Okay, thank you. That's been episode 22.
The last episode with Wabbles, as he no longer is allowed here for getting less than 10%.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Discord leaving noise. No.
No.
The correct answer is William Henry Harrison.
William Henry Harrison. Okay. I recognize that name, I think, because yeah, I've known something about this, like a Austin McConnell video, maybe. Probably an Austin McConnell video. If you can find it, it'll be in the description. Wasn't it? I was gonna say it wasn't in the 1800s, but that's just because, like, you know, America is a very young country, and a lot of things happened in the 1800s.
Yeah.
So you know.
He was the 9th president.
9th president.
So pretty early on. He was the first to die in office.
Yeah.
Probably pneumonia.
A lot of people died of pneumonia back then.
Yeah.
It's kind of tragic.
You said something like, wasn't it like, I forgot what you said now, but like a few days or something like that. And
yeah, like a handful of days. Yeah,
from memory, I thought it was something closer to 2 weeks, but it was actually 31 days.
Oh,
so that's good. A good month
almost 4 weeks.
Yeah. Month in office. Yeah. I've also I also remember hearing the story that he gave a speech and he didn't wear a coat and it was raining and that's why he got pneumonia and died. Like he gave his like inauguration speech or whatever
Right.
in the rain.
Yeah. Is that why the inauguration is always in?
Well, no,
why, but is it?
That's just I guess when the election is over or whatever.
Yeah, but I think they do it because that's when the weather's nice to be outside in.
Possible, yeah.
It's something like that. It's quite amusing.
But I'm not sure if that story is true. I feel like when putting this quiz together, I didn't see anything specifically confirming it. So I feel like maybe that's one of those stories that like people say, but then it's not really sourced.
So it's just general pneumonia-age.
But he did, yeah, he just got sick, I guess. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the obvious counterpoint to that question number 2, who was the longest serving president?
Well, 2 terms, right? Yes, 2. So, it's... Oh, wait, hang on. I'm just trying to think, maybe... How long did Washington run? Because I'm... Because it might have been one of those things where he was, like, president, but it was, like, before they had officialized the rules, so he was just kind of president for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes... Washington, Jefferson, and then whoever else. So... But I'm not sure about the timing there. Well, the longest reigning president in my lifetime is Obama. So, well, that was from 2008 to 2016. That's 8 years, and that's the max with like the current constitution.
Yes, that would be the maximum. Well, I forget exactly the rules of if you're vice president and the president dies. And it's been less than you finish out their term, and I think you might be able to run for 2 terms after that.
Oh, okay.
I think that might be allowed. I don't know the rules exactly.
It's quite nice being designated survivor there. Not really.
Yeah, no. Generally,
being designated survivor. Good show.
Yeah, like generally 2 terms is the. Yeah.
But yeah, that makes sense if you're the next in line.
But I will say it's not a trick question. There is one president who has served the longest. It's not like I'm not expecting you to name like all 30 presidents or whatever that served 2 terms, like, and say they're all tied.
I think I'm just gonna go from like maybe they didn't properly finalize the rules, and because Washington was kind of doing stuff even before the independence, whatever, because he was there, because like they declared independence in 1776, but then the Independence War ended in like 1989, right, or something like that. So
yeah, I don't know the exact date.
No, 1983. 17. Not 19. Now, yikes. 1783, I think. Oh, right. Because then the French Revolution. Anyway, so yeah, I might just say George Washington just because of how it might have not been.
It's a fair guess. It's a logical guess. It is also a wrong guess.
Well, yeah.
The issue is that the office of the presidency did not exist until after the Constitution was adopted.
Okay, I thought so. Right, that would make
or at least around the same time. So and that didn't happen until after the war. So even though he was general, and I guess commander in chief, he wasn't actually president because there wasn't a government really, other than
it was just a bunch of
the Congress, which was like just set up
people who had the
for
most
the
money.
colonies and stuff.
Yeah, who had no speak in the UK Parliament. Just
Right.
how all the fun times started. So yeah.
So yeah, no, not Washington. I liked your logic though. I liked listening to your reasoning.
Yeah.
So the thing is, the 2-term limit wasn't actually a hard rule until much later.
Okay. I thought it would also be something like that, where it would be
Yeah.
like they were like, yeah, we don't really pay attention to that. Okay.
Well, the thing is, Washington served 2 terms, and then
Yeah.
he stepped down, and he was like, I don't want to serve more than 2 terms because then I'll just be here forever.
Yes, because everyone liked Washington.
But people liked him so much that they followed his example of like 2 terms and you're out, even though it wasn't a rule.
Ah, okay. So it was just like a formality almost.
Yeah, it was like an unspoken rule, or an unwritten rule.
Yes.
And then you have FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who was the 32nd president. He was president during the Great Depression, and he's the only one to serve more than 2 terms. And I think during his last term, or just after he died, they actually made the rule like a hard rule, like an actual rule.
Oh, okay. Also, the Second World War and stuff.
Yeah.
He was around for that. So, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, I probably should have thought about that, because he was around during a very important time in history. Or just in general.
So he whereas William Henry Harrison served 31 days, FDR served 4,422 days.
Well, that's the range of US presidency.
And something that I actually didn't know that I learned from putting this quiz together is that apparently he died 2 months and 23 days into his 4th term.
Yeah.
So he served 3 full terms, got elected for a 4th term, and then died in office just because he was basically in office for life. It was like he just decided he was going to be a monarch or something.
Yeah, basically.
I guess he was getting reelected, which is good. People,
yeah, he was. Yeah, it's funny. Churchill wasn't reelected after World War II. He was made prime minister. I forgot why. Well, because he was voted in and stuff. But I don't think he was going to be made the leader of the Labour Party. I think, but because of some weird complications, he was made that way.
Yeah, I think.
But it's weird that everyone then picked his competitor as soon as the war was over, and it's like, wait, hang on, what?
Yeah,
but it's just because his financial plans, I don't think, were that good.
I think everyone saw him as a good wartime leader,
wartime minister, but not a general prime minister.
Yeah,
he did a lot of stupid things that wouldn't have, been strictly
and nobody in any of the parties really liked his policy. He got them through the war.
The cabinet, his wartime cabinet hated him basically and tried to kick him out several times. But he proved his worth to them, like at Dunkirk and stuff, and they were like, "Oh, he's not an idiot. Okay, maybe we should listen to him."
Mm-hmm.
And then Pearl Harbor happened, and then US hard carried for the rest of the war. But it is what it is.
Carried. Like we're like a Overwatch team.
But, they helped. They helped a lot. Though, Churchill and Roosevelt were pretty close. But yeah.
Yes. Okay. So now we're on to that was question 2.
2.
We're taking this quiz slow. Yeah. Now we're on to the lightning round.
We should probably be quicker.
The money round.
Money. Oh. Okay. I think I've.
You ready for this? How well do you know your American currency?
I think I know my dollars, and 1 of the coins.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire style, except you don't get any lifelines.
Right. And I can't. And there's no money.
And there's no. Well.
Well.
No,
I'm just
I'm
gonna
not
break through my window with. Okay.
I was gonna say I'll give you however much money you work your way up to, but I don't think I will. All right.
Right.
The penny. Who's on it?
Okay, I'm gonna say. Sure, Lincoln.
Correct. You've earned 1 cent.
Good. Yeah, I've got. Do I get the amount of money I've guessed correctly?
Right. The nickel.
Nickel. Okay, think of.
Oh, I didn't say, is that your final answer? I should have said.
Okay. Well, yeah. I know. I was gonna say I think of American coins somewhere near me. Okay, wait. I'll mention
cheating.
this afterwards. I probably should have mentioned it follow up, but it's just come to me. Let's say I don't know, like Roosevelt.
No. The correct answer was Thomas Jefferson.
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 Oh, I thought he was on the 2.
He's on the nickel. All right, the dime.
Okay, wait. I might need to think about who's on the $2 bill.
You wait. You do know what these words are, right?
Yeah. The nickel is 5 cents.
Yes.
No, the dime is 10, and
the dime is 10 cents.
25.
Yeah.
Okay, the dime. The dime. Who would be on the dime? Lincoln, and then Jefferson's on the. Okay, I'm just gonna guess like. I don't know. There's a president I know. Something in me wanted to say Nixon, but I don't think he would. Probably not. I'll just say I know Roosevelt again, because I don't know.
Can I get clarification on which Roosevelt?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Franklin, not Teddy Bear.
Yeah. Okay. Is that your final answer?
Sure.
Correct.
Okay, good. Right. Anyway.
All right. Number 6. The quarter.
The quarter. Oh, also, I probably should be thinking about Rushmore as well, because that might have, Okay, for that one, I might say. Sure, let's go Theodore Roosevelt.
No. Theodore Roosevelt is not on the quarter. That would be George Washington.
Oh, okay, Washington. Okay. Just trying to whittle down all the presidents I know. Okay.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're working our way up to the $1 bill.
Okay, the $1 bill. That is George Washington.
Correct.
Okay.
I was worried you wouldn't get it because it was 2 in a row.
Yeah. That was throwing me because I was like, wait, hang on, maybe they don't have the same. But no, yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
$5.
$5. Oh, yeah, okay. $5. Unless it's on the quiz, you're not going to tell me. But I was just trying to think about what the $2 was. $5. Oh man, I'm trying to imagine like the money in my head.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm thinking back to is when I went to the National Gallery, and they have a donation bin, and it's actually interesting looking in donation bins in like tourist attractions in London, and like you can see like euro, dollars, of course pounds, but also like I saw a Canadian dollar in there, an Australian dollar. That's pretty cool. Anyway, $5. Oh, Lincoln.
Correct.
Okay, epic.
All right, $10.
Hamilton, or Alexander Hamilton, because he's not a president. So
Yeah.
he was a money man.
$10 founding father.
Yeah, adult father. Anyway.
$20.
Oh, $20. I'm gonna say Thomas Jefferson.
No.
Okay.
The 20 is Andrew Jackson.
Oh, Jackson. Okay, yeah.
A weird choice.
Yeah. Okay. I can imagine a $20 bill in my head now. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Weird choice, honestly. But
yeah.
Question 11, the 50.
Okay. Question 11.
I feel like this has got to be like the rarest of the common bills.
Yeah. Okay. I think this. Yeah.
Because people always like, exchange hundreds when they're doing the big money. But like 20 is like more common for like normal spending. Like a $50 bill is just like sort of weird.
Yeah, I completely forgot there was a $50. It's like a £50 note. Shops just won't accept it because it's too much to withdraw. It's just quite funny, unless you put it all in. But it's just because it. Yeah, they're the fancy.
Is there a
plastic
£100 note?
£20 notes now. No, but the Bank of England prints these custom million and £100 million notes.
Yeah, there's
called, like gigas and titans, and it's just to like make sure. They're only in the Bank of England, and you can't use them anywhere.
Yeah, we could have gone into that, but I figured that would be too many questions and too unreasonable to expect you to know them. Because I would have to look them up. I wouldn't even know them. So
yeah.
But there's equivalents like that as well. Although I think the highest one for America is 100,000. I don't think we have like $1 million.
Right. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So $50.
Yeah. Question 11. $50 bill.
He was like a prominent figure in. Well, since they're not all like, because they used Hamilton, because they're not all presidents, they're just people, and so, sorry, I'll just say like, I don't know, Madison. Why not?
No.
He did
Interesting guess though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know, 'cause he was a founding father.
Yeah, this
as well.
This man is not a founding father, but I guess neither is Lincoln. So there we are.
Yes.
Or I don't think Jackson really is considered one either. But anyways, Ulysses S. Grant.
Never heard of him.
General Grant was the leader of the Union Army at the time, at the end of the Civil War. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Big, dumb military man became president after. Well, Lincoln was assassinated, and then his VP Johnson became president. But then, when it was time to do the election,
do the whole
Grant got elected because he was popular because he just won the war or whatever.
Killed a bunch of
yeah. But
okay. He's the reason there's two Carolinas.
No, the Carolinas didn't split up in the Civil War.
No, but yeah. I'm guessing that was just because of stuff and things.
Yeah, I think they split up when they were still colonies. I don't know exactly what.
Yeah.
Number 12.
Number 12.
$100 bill.
That would be Benjamin Franklin.
Yes.
Let's make sure. Just to think for a second, I got his name right.
The way you said Benjamin and paused, I was sure you were about to say some other last name. Like right, that would be Benjamin Button.
Well, he wasn't even like a founding father. He was just a guy that liked talking about things and discovered the electricity.
I think he's considered a founding father.
Oh, okay. I think he was okay. I think it was just because he was more so.
He was an interesting
a lot
guy.
Of stuff about tax and enlightenment. So yeah.
He also was like an ambassador in France before Thomas Jefferson started doing it, I think.
Yeah.
Or after, maybe. I don't know.
That makes sense.
But
okay. It's weird because I thought I heard he wasn't a founding father. He was just very involved with independence.
It's possible. I don't know who who decides who is and isn't a founding father.
I thought it was whoever signed the thingy, the constitutional amendments.
But I'm not sure. But no, he was pretty involved. He was just he never became president.
Yeah, that's because that's what some people, people who don't really know that much about American politics think.
Yeah, I think,
or American history think. It's not exactly politically relevant anymore.
Franklin and Hamilton are the only ones that are in this quiz that weren't president.
Aren't presidents.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And I don't know why.
Random.
I guess he never ran for president, but he was kind of older, probably, than a lot of the other people, and also like I don't know, wild. So yeah, you touched on this earlier. Wait, let's get a quick tally of points. I think you have 6. You got the penny. You got the dime.
Mm-hmm.
You got the $1, the $5. Wait, did you get the $5?
Yeah. No, I didn't get it because it was Jackson.
No, the 5 was Lincoln.
Oh, yeah, sorry. The 20 was Jack. Yeah, I didn't get the 20. Okay, yeah.
Penny, dime, $1.
Penny, dime, 1, 5, 10.
5, 10, and 100. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're 6 for 12. 50%. We don't have to kick you out of the podcast.
50%. Nice. That I'm glad. That is a relief.
All right, bonus points. As you touched on earlier, there are some pieces of currency that are technically like common circulation, but just are not commonly used. For the coins, I'm gonna ask, who is on the 50-cent piece?
Oh, wow. 50 cent. It's weird because some of them, you can know how long they've been in circulation, so then you can kind of guess. Ooh, I'm trying to think of like.
But sometimes the people on them change. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
What the history of the 50-cent piece is.
Yeah. Because actually, wasn't it like until Lincoln they didn't even put presidents on the coins? I thought
it's possible. Yeah.
Because they were just like, we're not a monarch. Why would a monarchy? Why would we?
I don't know when this law came into being, if it was always there, but I know there's a rule against putting living people on currency.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, that's good. So I know they're dead at least.
Well, I mean, yeah. I was hoping you weren't going to guess it was like Obama or something.
Right, yeah. I wasn't thinking like, oh man.
50-cent piece that's got Trump's face on it. Yep. I'm like, no.
I don't know. It's what would be a prolific? Well, I guess not strictly prolific anymore, but an important president. I'm trying to think of like what presidents have done. Like America's done like at least 2 things, right?
Yeah, 2 or 3.
2 or 3. I don't know. Let's say Kennedy. Why not?
Yes.
JFK.
Correct.
Epic. I was thinking like, Cold War. That's pretty important, and moon landings. Okay. Because I think I might have known something about that, but I thought, Kennedy's pretty important, and everyone seemed to like him. Well, Oswald didn't. But yeah, okay.
Yep. Okay, and 14. The bonus
$14 bill. I was like, wow, that's
$14 bill. No, wasn't that in Gravity Falls? No, I forget.
I actually watched a bit of that show last night. Anyway, yeah.
Anyways, no, question number 14. The $2 bill.
So that was like $2 bill. Oh, Is that Jefferson?
Yes.
Okay, nice.
So you got both of the...
Cool, I'm on a roll.
Weird. You got both of the weird currency, but you didn't get the...
Yeah.
You didn't get all of, like, the normal currency.
Because we've talked about $2 bills before. And so I remember that was Jefferson. I think I've, like, from my memory of, like, my brief time I've had with American currency, I think I might have seen a 50-cent coin.
Yeah.
And I can kind of think...
They're bigger.
I can kind of, like...
So you get a more detailed picture of the head on it.
Yeah.
So that might stick in your memory more.
Yeah, I think probably. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Even if not, I think I can imagine what it looks like in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a profile of Kennedy, made of, no, not made of silver, but shiny.
Yeah. And Kennedy's also
I remember
you've probably seen like footage of him, like, so you know, like vaguely what he looks like. Whereas like Washington and Jefferson kind of can look the same on coins. It's like, yes, that's certainly a person in a wig or something. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I was looking after like my sister was moving out, and she has just this jar of pennies of change. And I remember I was just looking, like, sorting through it, seeing how much money was in there, and there was loads of like euro cents and US cents.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'll look through my things that like my grandma has, and I'll find Argentinian whatever currency they use. I was like, man, this must be actually pretty old.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Do you ever come across any like European coins that are before they adopted the euro? Like any like French francs or something?
I think I might have seen a franc.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen a franc. In like some old cupboard.
Yeah, I feel like those would be interesting to collect. But
yes.
No, there was one final question.
Okay.
So, yeah, like I said with the first question, it was like kind of inspired by your quiz on the monarch. So you asked about how many Henrys there were, like Henry VIII and stuff. And it made me think, like, what if U.S. presidents went with that same sort of naming convention that the British monarchs use? And then I was...
or just, like,
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, what's the most common first name? So that is question 15. What is the most common first name of a president?
I'm just gonna go for, like, the most common first name in general, or, like, I'll just say, let's say John. I mean, that's not, like,
It's a fair guess. John is actually tied for second place. There are 4 Johns. I'll give you a second shot if you would like.
Sure. It's annoying because whenever I hear presidents being talked about, it's only their last names being used.
Yeah.
Barack. No. No.
Yes, there were 17.
Sure. Oh, let's say. Oh, I'm gonna say George.
I did think of that as a possibility. Turns out there are only 3. Exactly the 3 that you would think.
Yes, the 3 I was thinking of. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was my other shot.
Yeah. The one that is actually tied for second with 4 is William. There have been 4 Williams and 4 Johns. First place, however, is James. Yeah. There have been 6 Jameses.
6. Wow. James I? Okay, I wasn't thinking about that. I was trying to think of like presidents that have James in the front of them.
James Madison, James Monroe, James Polk, James Buchanan, James Garfield, and then the trick James.
Oh yeah, Garfield.
Would be Jimmy James Carter. because Jimmy is a nickname for.
Yes. Oh, Carter. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard those names. I think I know Garfield because he was assassinated. He was assassinated.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's quite funny. There's a Salmonella video about that. But yeah. Okay. That's interesting. I didn't
video.
know so many Jameses. But there's a not salmon. It makes sense written down.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
So yeah, okay, that's a pretty informative quiz. So what's my running total?
8 out of
8?
15.
So that's more than 15%.
I'm no mathematician, but I'm
50.
pretty sure that's more than 10%, which was your
That is about
requirement.
yes. Well, that's about like 56 point whatever percent, something like that. Wait, hang on.
I'm sure it'll be displayed in the video.
Yes. But yeah, okay, that's cool. We did that. You know, if you got under 10%, it's been nice having you. Sadly, we don't want you around anymore. So, well, sorry, it's not up to us. Look, our management team is relentless on this. So,
yeah.
Okay.
Also, I will.
Yeah, that was
before you go, I will let you know if you had just said George Washington to every answer, you could have got more than 10%. I'm pretty sure. So, yeah.
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 Or Lincoln.
You must have tried to get them all wrong. You really hecked it up.
Yeah. Or Lincoln.
Or right. Or FDR.
Yeah.
Or Thomas Jefferson.
Or Jefferson.
You said you thought of something that you were going to bring up.
So I was trying to remember the monarchs after Victoria, and I just realized after recording that I actually have the coins from that time period. I think that wait, quickly grab it. It's just on my bookshelf.
Well,
it was my grandfather's. I think these are shillings. Yeah. So they have Victoria, Edward the VII, George the Fifth, George the Sixth, Elizabeth the Second. But yeah, I forgot I had this, which I might have been quite relevant considering the topic of last episode. And this is it says Victoria, 1837 to 1901.
Victoria
so I guess it does
was
confirm.
Yes, it does confirm that one question. But she was Elizabeth's great grandmother, I think.
Great. Oh wait, yeah, because George and George. Sorry, wait. Yes, because it goes Edward, George, and then George quit, so then George the Fifth took over.
Mm-hmm.
Which I was just gonna think, oh, that's weird. Why would you have two siblings that the same name? But it's not. They pick their name after they're coronated. It's funny because Victoria wasn't her first. Actually, no, Victoria was her first name, and everyone was like, "Oh, you should." I think she was actually almost Elizabeth, which I think is quite funny.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just thought it was quite cool having.
Yeah, Elizabeth was.
Yeah.
Also her first name.
Though, what I find is what is quite interesting is that the coins are meant to. So it's not like a rule, but the coins generally alternate. So one monarch will be looking to the left, the other one to the right. But that's weird is George the Fifth and George the Sixth are looking the same direction. So I think that's quite. I thought that was quite funny. I think there was
because Edward came between
reason
them.
Why. No, it's weird because it goes. So Victoria's looking to the left, Edward to the right, and then George to the left, and then Elizabeth to the right.
Well, it would have been Victoria,
Edward, George.
Edward, George.
I think it
no. It would have been. It was Edward, George, right?
Back. No. It says here. It's.
Well, maybe they didn't make a coin for him because he abdicated.
Oh. Yeah, because it says George the Fifth, 19. So, but I think just the other George did it facing the other way because he didn't actually want to be king. He was just made to be because his brother abdicated. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting. I could put a photo in, showed it. It's also interesting because it's old money, so it's like, yeah, it's weird looking at that. But
Yes.
it's raining very hard outside, so
I cannot
let's hope
hear
that
it,
doesn't get worse.
but we will see in the final edit. So I started listening to Hamilton again, somewhat by accident, because I was having issues with my music player and then getting it to go to my headphones, and then I fixed it, and it was like I was just changing songs randomly, and then I ended up on a Hamilton song, and then I was like, oh. Then I listened to like the whole thing.
Why not?
Like twice.
But yes.
And it only occurred to me afterwards that actually, I guess, kind of makes sense with the time of year.
Right, yeah. And actually, I think apparently now we're at Hamilton. No, we're not Hamilton News Podcast, but on Disney Plus, Disney's the word I'm thinking of, service. They're gonna have a Hamilton movie.
Yes.
Only on Disney Plus, which is quite a shame.
Well, I don't. I think it's just a like professionionally filmed version of the original.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's not a
musical. It's not like the
movie adaptation.
A movie adaptation, exactly. Yeah, but
yeah. So it's Hamilton.
Yeah, that should be out by the time that you are listening to this. So I guess that's interesting. So if you have that service.
If you have Disney Plus, you can, of course, after listening to our podcast, you can hop over to Disney Plus. That's not. We're not sponsored.
That'd be great if we were, though.
Yeah.
Disney, if you want to just sponsor us,
should we?
We are a squeaky clean podcast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we've definitely not said anything bad about Disney or Marvel or any other properties.
Star Wars, all good things.
We've only ever said good things.
Yeah, there's not, and not a heck word has ever left my mouth.
Not one heckling.
A hecklet. Not even an ounce of a heck has left my mouth.
Where are we? What are we doing?
You've just been blacked out for the past how long we've been recording. But yeah, that is also the main reason I know quite a lot about American history, or the reason I've been interested in American history is because of Hamilton.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people know a bit of American history that otherwise wouldn't because of Hamilton, which is interesting. It's good music and like it's really well made. But yeah,
and written, yeah. But yeah. Speaking of large franchises, this isn't a thing over here, but I thought it was interesting since I saw it. So, Scar, have you ever?
I've never partaken in the cheese.
Chuck E. cheese?
No.
You haven't chucked any E cheeses.
I've never chucked a cheese.
Chuck Entertainment Cheese, our favorite mouse, or someone's favorite mouse. Definitely not mine.
Because ours is Mickey, right? Sponsor, future sponsor, wink.
Yeah. There's the one true mouse is sponsoring.
The one true mouse.
Yeah. Yeah. So
somehow I don't think that's coming through for us.
Whoever the programmer of the simulation who's got on board in 2020, has decided to throw another chaos and another hijinks into the mix, and I probably shouldn't be describing the things that have happened this year as hijinks, but it has decided that Chuck E. Cheese shall no longer exist, and I think they're going under. I haven't done much research into this, but I thought it was just quite funny to mention.
I didn't even hear about this, but it makes sense. I mean, I think they haven't been doing...
Quite an old business model.
Yeah, I don't think they've been doing particularly well.
It's Shane Dawson's fault. That would be a weird turn of events if those conspiracy videos were the reason Chuck E. Cheese went under.
I mean, I think it's obviously the tipping point has got to be Corona related, right?
Probably, yeah.
Like, I don't think they were doing well financially before this, but then...
Yes.
Like, I'm sure they were all just been closed for months now. Like, even as the bans are lifted, like, somehow I don't think a lot of parents' first thought is going to be, all right, let's
good.
Take all our kids and throw them in a, like, tight space together where they can cough on each other.
I don't think this might end up as a whole Five Nights at Freddy's in real life thing, which will be that would really be great.
Yeah, I bet there will be a lot of people that try and get like the whatever animatronics they can get from the closing businesses, and then either keep them as a collection or like redo them to be Five Nights at Freddy's.
Maybe we should make one a Minty Boys mascot. I'm sure the copyright doesn't fly anymore. What's your nearest Chuck E. Cheese, Carl?
Yes, a big animatronic thing that we can put
Cover
in the
Minty Boy swag
in the headquarters where people go to listen to the podcast.
Yes, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Because clearly we have a physical location where we could put such things.
They've actually been bamboozling you the whole time. Me and Scar are actually in the same room as we record. Yeah.
It's not distributed at all. It's just played in like a lobby in like an office building.
Like a really crappy intercom system.
Yeah. And you have to like pay for like a ticket to go inside and sit down and listen.
Yes. Oh boy, that'd be great.
That would be weird.
And we would just be in some like back room.
No, we're still here. It's just like a recording is played every like 4 times a day or whatever. You just pick your you get you buy your ticket for your seat in the lobby.
But because we don't even do it daily, it would just be the same episode 4 times every day for a month.
Mm-hmm.
So if you really want to have a detailed, nuanced analysis of the Minty Boys, you can come to the MBP HQ located at 123 Street Road.
They run reruns on weekends. So
yes,
for new listeners to catch up, you got to just hop on a Saturday and listen to
on a Saturday night.
Episode 1.
Or not hop on, go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then hop on to the...
If you go to your local... We've done a deal with Disney. If you go to your nearest mouse house, I don't know, what...
The Minty Boys, it's like a ride at Disney, but it's more like like a 4D like experience.
Yeah.
You just sit in a room and listen to it.
It's a 1D experience because it's only auditory.
Yeah.
Sit in a pitch black room.
I'm not sure that audio is the first dimension, but we're saying.
But yeah. Just thought it was an interesting thing to mention on the podcast.
Maybe they could serve you tea at the same time. I feel like that would be a nicer experience.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you have to pay extra, of course, but you can order it.
Oh yeah, of course.
While you're sitting there.
Yeah, we'll have. That's when we can use the animatronics. They can walk around and serve Minty.
Yeah. Okay, we gotta.
We can have a raccoon and a
The
dog.
plan's all coming together now. We gotta get an old Chuck E. Cheese animatronic. Then we gotta redesign it to.
We need to get enough raccoon skin, Or
Well, we could make it look like Mintimer, who is offline right now.
Oh, our 100% other sponsor. All right, yeah.
No, not Mint Mobile. Although, if you're on the fence about this, Disney, you better hurry it up.
You better. We have several. Our management team has been coming to us constantly.
Mm-hmm. Very busy.
Oopsies, I just hit my microphone.
Well, that's
okay. All good.
Just punching your microphone. Just
really excited.
Really. Forcing that's your negotiation tactic with Disney is like, I was just gonna start hitting people. You punch you right in the ear.
Yeah, but yeah, we could have a Mintimer, who is for the people listening at home. He is the peacekeeper of our server.
I guess. I made him a while ago. I kind of forget what he has the ability to do.
I think he just gives you roles and stuff.
Yeah.
But he is your child. You made him.
Mm-hmm. He's offline as we're recording this, though. I should look into that.
Yeah, I think
he's not supposed to take naps.
You know. But yeah, I think this is all coming together. Our the Minty Boys Experience. But yeah. So
there's someone at the door that hands you like a pamphlet, and it's the show notes. It's like
yes, but then the links are still highlighted for you to click on them. Of course, I've been off school, half off school, for the past 3 months now. Yeah, okay, last time I went in was around beginning of March, but we're doing like an on and off thing where we'll have groups of 5, and we have to do some required practicals for our GCSEs, where we basically do experiments or investigations that we have to do. It's less so of like why we have to do it, but it's because there'll be like questions about it, and we can relate it to our own experiences during the thing, and apply that to other things, which is quite so we've had to do that for biology and physics and chemistry, and I've been going on in as well for music composition work, because my home computer doesn't have the correct software to do compositions for music, but
right.
So yeah, I've gone in. I went in this week, and I'm going in 2 days from now, or as in 2 days from when the listener is listening to this. And yeah, it's just been weird, just because of how empty it is, and like because it's been nice seeing like some friends again, but from 2 meters away. So it's been like a bit like, oh, hello, person over there. But it's just weird how empty it is. I've talked about online learning, and like my school is the only one that's properly offered something like this. Like a lot of other year 10 students around the country have like got nothing, basically. They haven't had any they either don't have, their school hasn't set up a program from at-home learning, or they just don't have the technology to do it.
Right.
And it's just, I know, I feel like it's been quite nice. I've still been able to do my courses and stuff even during this time. But no, it's just been weird, especially since everything's opening up again. That's felt quite strange. Seeing people outside again and driving, and the shops being slightly busier. Even though I've only been to the shops like once, but yeah, it was weird.
Oh, I went to a shop yesterday, and they actually had like a mostly full aisle of toilet paper, which I think is the first time I've seen that, because the panic buying was so bad around here that like pretty much every time for months now there would always be some, or usually there would be some, but it would be like, like 2 packs of it in like an entire like aisle or something.
Yeah.
But like, no, yeah. I just went to one this week, and it was the first time where it was like decently full.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily related to things being opened or people getting sick or not getting sick. It's just a matter of like, I guess the people who were panic buying ran out of cupboards to stuff them in.
Yeah, probably. But like, yeah, they built a second house completely out of toilet paper.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so next time it rains, there will be a big burst of people buying again because they're like, "Oh, my house got ruined."
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could be surprised how good how strong paper mache is. Put some like PVA in there.
They kept the plastic wrap on it, so it was okay. They just used them as like giant bricks.
Yes. Well, I guess you used also paper mache as mortar as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been interesting having everything back to normal, or getting back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's time. Well, wait, sorry. Let's see if anything else to add to quarantine updates.
No. Got a new mask.
Alrighty.
It's green.
Ooh, yes.
It's reusable.
I need to. Yeah. We need to get masks. I mean, I haven't really bothered getting one because I never see people when I go outside anyway. But since things are opening now, I guess, there's going to be more of a chance of me going out. And I think you have to now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think
in
I have to,
the states are all over the place, but I think in North Carolina at least, you're required to. And I don't know how it is in the UK, but I assume you're probably at least more consistent.
I think you have to, or it's frowned upon if you don't. So Minecraft has had a new update, 1.16.1.
It sure has.
Which has been pretty interesting to play. I mean, I haven't dived too much into all of the new Nether stuff, but yeah, I've been meaning to. Because it's been not controversial as such, but just people have been very much. There's been like lots of talk over this update because it's added a new type of armor and tool type, which is netherite. And there's just been lots of talk about like, oh, what does this mean for future updates if they're gonna add another thing to the roster of tools.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just been interesting considering that Nether was added ages ago. I think the latest update being the Wither. Oh, magma blocks as well. And yeah, but whenever they've updated the Wither, the Nether, they've always added like a mob type or like 2 new blocks or something. But it's just been interesting how this has been a complete new thing.
Yeah, well, the last couple updates, at least that I've been aware of, I don't keep up with it nearly as closely as I know a lot of mentors do. But it seems like they've started doing this thing of picking a theme for a big update.
Yes.
And doing a lot. Like there was the aquatic one. They were just like, let's flesh out the ocean a bit.
I think it started with 1.9 being the combat update.
Right, yeah.
And then villages and pillages. 1.15 was 1.15 was villages and pillages, and now this is
the Nether update.
Nether. Yeah. And then the next one's gonna be the cave. I think that's what people are hoping for.
We'll see.
At least.
Yeah, but so I think it makes sense. It's a lot of Nether stuff all at once.
Yes, it just
it's a little strange.
Yeah, it's just been interesting.
It's a little strange that like my understanding of it at least is that you can get more advanced armor with is it netherite?
Yeah, netherite is the new material where you have to
but it's you upgrade diamond armor to netherite armor by adding a netherite.
You didn't have to. Yeah, it's interesting, and they're actually using the smithing table item thing,
mm.
which
I guess it's cool to see.
Added for the villagers,
right?
But, Yeah.
But it didn't have a use.
Yeah.
I guess it's cool to see that have a use.
But now it does. But what's interesting is that people are wondering, well, are they going to do more with the smithing table now, or is it just for netherite?
Right.
It could be interesting if you could have like reinforced armor, maybe, or something.
Yeah. Or maybe you
Like
can
if you
repair it or something on it.
Or yeah.
Yeah. I'm all for using that more. That seems cool. It seems a little strange that it's that you can't just make netherite armor by getting like a bunch of netherite and making the the armor shapes.
It's a different process because you have, so the block itself is quite rare.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get scrap, which you then have to smelt down into ingots, and then I think it's like five netherite ingots. Sorry, 5 netherite scrap. So you have the scrap, and then you have 5 netherite scrap, and 5 gold makes 1 netherite ingot. So they've basically just tried to make it quite expensive.
Right.
And they realized if they make it rare and make it and then make it like quite a convoluted process, it would be way too annoying to actually get netherite gear, because it's mainly based off chance. So I think that I guess it just makes more sense to have it that way, I guess.
I think it's more that they don't want to move away from diamonds completely.
I think they still want you to rely on diamonds.
Because diamonds have almost become like part of the brand of Minecraft, where it's like
it's like
diamond sword,
creepers.
diamond armor. And if they made it like a totally new material that is just superior to diamonds in every way, and you don't need diamonds in order to craft things, then like the meta people would just stop mining diamonds.
Well, I think they would mine. I think the only way to mine netherite is with diamond pickaxe.
Right, but it'd be like how people use iron.
Yeah, how they go. Just get iron so they can. Yeah.
Just get an iron pickaxe to get the diamond, and then they get the diamond pickaxe and give it all the enchantments and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think they want to throw the diamond aside like that. Especially like iron is used for other things. It's used for like beacons and whatever. But
and blast furnaces or whatever.
Diamonds, like, if they weren't being used for armor and stuff, I feel like they wouldn't be that valuable. I don't know. Maybe people would still use them as currency, which would be kind of fun in multiplayer. But
yes,
but still, I think that's my thought on that anyway. Is that it's like there's no reason they couldn't have just made it where you craft netherite armor with netherite, but they were like, well, we don't want to make diamonds obsolete, so we have to like.
Yeah, and what would be weird is because of how you need to craft netherite, you would make gold more valuable than diamond.
Exactly.
Which is just
weird. Yeah.
When gold is kind of seen like the ugly child of the armor and tools.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to make gold more important, but then not make diamond obsolete. So I think it's probably the best way of doing it.
Yeah, I think it's a clever compromise. It's just like I don't know. I feel like you should be able to, if you do manage to get enough of it, just craft like pure netherite. Or
maybe like you have pure netherite armor, or I don't know,
something
like that. Like pure netherite armor is like stronger or something.
But then everyone would do it, and
but you can only get it.
People wouldn't like.
You can only get it. Yeah. I think for now the system they have is good.
And it's also it sounds like it's enough work to where some people might just use diamond anyway because it's easier or whatever.
I think the only reason to use netherite is just because it's the fancy new thing. Because a full set of like fully enchanted diamond armor is used set for basically ever. Especially with the mending enchantments they have now. I think netherite is just that little thing they've added in for people who want to get all the things.
Could also add some variety of color. It gets a little samey on a multiplayer server if everyone's wearing the same like bright blue diamond. Yeah. It would be kind of nice if there was a way to dye or paint armor. But I guess you can only do it with leather.
Like how you can put banners on shields and stuff.
Yeah.
And it'd just be interesting as well, just because it's more of it's an end game, quite an end game item. It doesn't really have to be, but people normally go to the Ender Dragon quite quickly now. But you don't really actually need diamond armor. It just helps a lot. And also the whole thing with it doesn't. It gives you more armor, but it also actually reduces the amount of knockback you take, which is quite interesting.
Seems helpful.
And another thing, it doesn't burn up in lava or fire, so it's good for using in the Nether, because if you fall into lava, which happens a lot in the Nether, it doesn't get destroyed completely. And that goes for everything with like netherite and Yeah,
I like that. I like that it makes sense.
Yeah.
Lore.
So I think the main use for netherite is for nether exploration and getting all the fancy new nether things. So yeah. But that's been our Minecraft talk. Speaking of magic and mystical items, and gathering those mystical items,
yeah, that's definitely what we were speaking of.
Yeah, Magic the Gathering.
MTGA, Magic the Gathering Arena has finally, at last,
after a long wait,
after many long waits,
been since it's come out? Probably over a year now.
Yeah, well, it's been out a while.
Yeah.
It finally has a Mac version. It is Mac compatible now.
Nice.
Only through the Epic's Games launcher, but still counts. Still counts. I don't have to do any wine trickery to get it to run on Mac, which I wouldn't do anyway, because I would just boot into Windows. But it's more of a pain to do that, just to play a few matches here and there. So I basically stopped playing this completely. But now that there is a Mac version, I think I might start picking it up again. But I haven't as of yet. But I probably will have as of when you're listening to this episode. So
yeah.
Speaking for future ska, it's fun getting back into Magic a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, future ska might be really cranky though, if it doesn't work very well.
Yes. So follow-ups are either going to be your Grandmaster in GTA, MTGA, or you're just grumpy that it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But you mentioned Epic Games Launcher. Well, as of recording, it will. As of recording, and also as of publish, it will be the Steam Summer Sale, which is normally the time I get lots of. It's like the main time I get lots of games. Do you normally take much notice of the Steam sales, or?
Not particularly, but it's mostly because I don't want to spend money.
Yeah,
but I was interested this time to see.
That's the main reason I pay attention to the Steam sales.
I was interested to see this time if Tabletop Simulator was going to go on sale, because I feel like I like trying to play tabletop games with. Well, I just like playing tabletop games in general, but I feel like I have an easier time doing that.
Yeah, though
with online.
Uno's on sale, which is kind of nice.
Uno is on sale.
I think. Uno. I know, that's pretty fun. I think I might actually get that, because it's a pretty good game. I mean, the real fun comes from like when you're playing with friends. But
yeah, how much is it?
I don't know. I've been a bit on the fence, but because I remembered I would have to remember my Uplay login. I don't think I do. So I just freaked out for a second.
What is my Uplay login?
I don't know.
It's probably just like an email, right?
Yes, I for the life of me I can't remember my Uplay. I think actually I may have already used it. But I just thought it might not be worth it. But let me check. When Steam wants to load in. Let's see.
It's so automatic for me to close the advertisement, that thing that pops up when you open Steam. But I probably should have looked at it because we were literally talking about the summer sale, and it was like Steam summer sale, and I just closed it immediately.
But yeah. So I freaked out for a sec because it said there were 3 people, and then I was like, wait, what? And I forgot, Craig's here.
Ooh, Spyro Trilogy, 50% off.
Ooh, Balloons TD6.
Ooh, 99 cents.
But so Uno is 70% off. So for me, that's £2.57. Ooh, Balloons TD6 is 71 pence. Oh.
Jackbox.
That's actually pretty cool. It's just the last 10 minutes of the podcast are just us reading.
Just scrolling through the Steam summer sale.
Yeah. Oh, The Forest is $7.74. The Sims 4.
You know, I might get Jackbox Party Pack 4 because I wanted to play it the other day, and I didn't have it.
Yeah, I have which one? Party Pack 3. Wait. Well, what's the one that has TKO and just check my library.
That's 3.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have 3.
Yeah,
Wait,
I have 6. I think my brother has like 1 through 5 or something, but it's like I don't know. I don't have access to them most of the time, so I should probably just buy them myself.
And I have a very big Steam library. Right. And I think I just have Drawful as a thing.
Yeah, I feel like I have a fairly large Steam library as well, just from buying a couple of Humble Bundles. You get like a ton of random games.
Yeah, but maybe next episode our game section will be filled with more just discussion of new games we've been playing.
Yeah.
But
maybe we'll get new games also, and talk about it, or maybe we'll just you'll play nothing but Minecraft and I'll play nothing but Magic.
MTG. Yeah. But and I guess this is also a reminder to those listening right this second that the Steam sale is on for another 5 days. So,
5 days after the episode comes out?
Yeah, when the episode comes out, you have 5 days to buy things with money. So, yeah.
We're just plugging a lot of people that aren't our sponsor.
Yeah. I mean, if we have... it'd be great having Valve as a sponsor, maybe.
Yeah, we'll take Valve.
Oh, wait, no, they'd give us our first 2 checks, then split it up into 3 parts, and then never give us the third one. And then make a check company where they produce lots of checks and we can never buy. Wait, I swear we had a part like this. Another episode we've had a bit like this where we've compared Valve to an inanimate object.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We've had this conversation before. Anyway, it was with buildings, and I don't think that was on the podcast. Anyway,
quite possibly.
This has been a weird ending to the show.
This is an awkward ending to an awkward podcast.
Yeah, but again, I don't think there'll be as big of a gap between episodes. Oh, actually, yes, there will, kind of. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's fairly early in July.
It's fairly early in the month, and the next episode's going to be well, I guess you guys will find out. That's see, this is the exciting part.
Have a good month.
Yeah. See you, Minters. And stop.